Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to start list manipulation. This is also a Python revision Tour-2. Last class I had discussed with you the string manipulation. Those who didn't watch that, I'll post the link in the description box. Please do watch. And don't skip today's video because the list concept is very important. In between I will tell you the trick and the hint so that it is easy for you to solve the board exam. Many question paper, if you see, it is based on the list concept only. Okay, so the first we are going to discuss how do we create and accessing the list operation, working with the list, and list function and methods. So first, what is the meaning of list? It is a container. See, if you want to create any list, you have to first open with the square bracket and end with square bracket. Inside whatever you are typing it or whatever the value you are giving, we can call this one as a elements or we can mention as a value. And you can mention any data type inside the list. It can be an integer, floating point, alphabet, string, anything. Even the list also you can mention, or tuple also you can mention. Okay, which means it is used to store a list of values of any data type, and it is a mutable data type. This is very important. So as we discussed, mutable is nothing but inside the element once you have created, after that if you want to change it, it is possible in list. But last concept in string, I told you it is an immutable data type. Once you created the string, you cannot change the element. Okay, and what it is a type of sequences like tuple, string, and differs them in way that list are mutable. If you take the tuples and string, both are immutable data type, but if you're taking the list, it is a mutable data type. Okay, the next one is creating and accessing list. So for example, as I told you, when you create a list, first you have to mention the empty list. This is one method. So you are giving the list name equal to empty list, or directly you are creating the list name equal to value also you are giving inside this square bracket. So either of the way you can give it. Okay, so these are the example. I have created the list one family and it will accept all the string as a data type. Another one I have created student, it will be accept the multiple, like mixed of data type. Okay, and this above construct we can call it as a display construct. Now the next one, how can you create a long list? If you want to create so many numbers in the long list also, you can create it like this. See here, you can see so many list element are here. And next one is a nested list. Nested list also you can create it. I will show the example here. See, with an example, I'm creating a list here. So I'm going to create a list of multiple data type. So I'm creating an integer, comma 1 2.5 and one alphabet and string data type, comma, then I'm creating the nested list here. Then B, now can you see here, it is a mixed data type I have created. If I want to access the first element, so what is the index value? It will start with 0 index. So L of 0 will give you the answer as 1. The same way L of 1, 2.5, then L of 2 will give A, then L of 3 will give hello. Now you see L of 4 will give 1B and str. Together the nested list it will give. But if I want to access the first element in the nested list, how can you give it? You have to give L of 4. Again you have to give the 0 as an element. So L of 4 of 0 will give the first value in the nested list. The same way L of 4 of 2, when you're mentioning, it will give str. If I'm giving L of 5, it will give you the index out of range error. Clear now? How can you create a nested list also? Okay, so the next concept, creating a list from the existing sequence. What is it meaning? So we can use the following syntax: list name equal to list of sequence. For example, L1 is my list name. I am mentioning list of welcome. I am giving here the sequence of value, okay, in the form of string. Now, and again one more also, L2 equal to list of 1, 2, 3. This is a tuple of values. The same thing I'm mentioning here. Let's see. L1 equal to, I'm mentioning list of hello. So you can see what is the output. If I want to print L1, you can see here the sequence, it will take each character as an element and store it in list. So hello is 3, 4, 5 characters. So 5 elements are there in the list. The same way, if I'm giving L1 equal to list of 1, 2, 3, I'm giving. Now you can see here, okay. Yeah, because L1 equal to list of, again you have to give 1, 2, 3, 2 bracket you have to give. That is what it is, an error. Now you can see 1, 2, 3 as a coming. So any sequence also you can provide as a list. So if you're giving in the form of string, it will take each one as a character. This is very, very important. Okay. Okay, the next concept is creating list from the existing sequence. As of now, we had discussed how to create a list from sequence like a string and tuple. Another way is you have to use the list function to create a list, as well as you have to use what, eval function. Let's see the example here. I'm going to use both. You have to tell me the difference now. So I'm creating the list here, L equal to, here I'm mentioning here list of input of, enter the list of elements. Now after that, enter the list of elements. I'm using the list here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now you can see here. So there is one bracket also I have mentioned. You can see the output here. After that, what is happening now? L1 I'm creating here, and I'm using here eval function, input of, I just mentioned enter. Now you have mentioned enter 1, 2, 3. Now you can see L1 here. So can you see the difference here? When you're using the input function like list function, so whatever you have mentioned, including the bracket, it is going to take what? As an element. And all the elements are in the string formation. But at the same time, in eval function, if you take it, not a string function. It is in the form of numeric function only. So clear? This is the main difference between the list function and eval function. Whatever you are creating inside the list function, it will consider as a single characters only, and it will be a string data type. As well as if you're opening with the eval function will accept everything as a whatever the data type as it is given. Okay. Now if you're using the eval function to calculate also, eval of 5 plus 10, if you're mentioning, it will give you the value as 50. Eval of 2 into 5, you can mention, you can give, means it will calculate and produce the value as 10. Clear? And here n equal to eval of input of enter any value. When I mention the value as 10 now, if you want to find out what is the type, means it will give as a int class. The same way, if you are using the eval function and create a list, that time after that, if you try to open, try to find out what is the type of this data type, it will give you the list. I will show this example here. So for example, L1, I'm creating the list format. If you want to find out what is the type here, so type of L1, it will give you class list. Clear now? So this is a concept of eval function. The next one, accessing list element. As like a string, you are going to access the list element, start from 0 index till the length of the index minus 1. As well as you can use what? Negative indexing also. It will start from -1 till -5 as per this example. Again, how do we access list element? Like how you are accessing the list element, string element, the same way you can access it. And also there is a concept of slicing also. For example, I'm creating the list here, L equal to, now 1, 2, 3, and high, then A. This is my list. If I want to access the list of L of slicing method 0, and I have mentioned 2, what will be the value? It will start with the 0 index and 1 index it will take it. I hope everyone remember. So 0, 1 and 2, the second index is, whatever the element is, it is a 3, but it is going to give you the value last index minus 1. Clear? That is what you are getting. 0 and 1 only will be considering. The same way, if you are using L of minus 1 and colon minus 3. What is the minus 1 here? A. Then minus 2 is high and minus 3 is 3. Now let's see what is the answer. Can you see that empty list? Why? Because you are trying to do the backward one. It is not possible. Instead of that, what you have to give? L of minus 3 colon minus 1. Now you can see 3 and high will be coming because minus 1 it won't be included. So it will be minus 2. Okay. Now if you want to add everything, then L of minus 3. Then you have to put colon. Then you will get the value as 3 high and A. So like a slicing how we have done for string, the same concept only you have to use it for list. Okay, next one is a traversing a list. If you want to do the traversing a list, you have to use the for loop for that. For I in val, print of I means it will access each element in the list and print the value. Okay. Next again, you will be having the comparing list. Comparing list, whatever we have discussed, detailed discussion, I have done it in string concept. The same way you have to do with the comparison of a list. And again, the main concept is you can do the comparison between two lists only. Here I am creating L1 equal to 135, L2 also 135, L3 is 153. So L1 is equal to 1, L2 mean because all the elements are same. It will give the answer as true. Again, L1 and L3 are different. So it is giving you the answer as false. Okay. And L1 is less than L2. What is the L1? L1 is less than L2? No, because both are equal, right? When you're trying to give the value L4 equal to 136. Now L1 is less than L4. It is giving you the answer as true. Let's see why it is. Because L1 is 1, 3 and 5 is what? Again the third element. 1 and 3 are common. So it is equal. What is the third element? Here the L1 value is 5. Here the L4 value is 6. So obviously 5 is less than 6. That's what the answer is true. Is it clear how the comparison is happening? Again here you can see the comparison. Okay, here there is one list 1 to 8, 9 and there is another list 9 and 1. Only two elements are there. But how it will be do the comparison means the first element with the first element. So 1 is less than 9. So is the result is true? Yes, the result is true because 1 is less than 9. Again, here the 4 element, here also 4 element. So here 1 to 8, 9. 1 to 9. So again the third element is going to compare it 8 and 9. Obviously this is less. So this is true. Again the third one 1, 2. Both are same here and here 8 and here 9. Again the third element is comparing. So the result is true. Again here 1 to 8, 9 and the fourth element is comparing because all the three elements are same. 9 and 4. But 9 is greater than 4. That's what your result is false. I hope everyone knows how you are going to compare the non-equality comparison. Again this concept of operation. So there is a concatenation and the replication operator. You have to use it. So concatenation operator you are going to join two lists only and replication operator you are going to do. For example, if you are creating the fruit, then fruits multiplication like this symbol, the replication symbol into 2 when you are mentioning, all the element will be repeated by 2. So now let's see the list slicing problem. So these are the number. I'm going to do it now. Print of val of 0 is to 3. So 0 is what value? It is a starting value and 3 is stopping value. Okay, start value it is going to count it, but stop value minus 1. So you have to consider 0 to 2. Now I'll mark the positive indexing also, negative indexing also. So 0, 1. So like that you have to mention it. Now 0 to 3, what is the value you will be considering? So 10, 20 and 30. So this is the answer for this question, right? Because 3 it won't be counted. What is the next one? Val of 3 is to 8. What is the 3 here? 40. From 40 till 7. Because 8 it won't be considered. Minus 1 is 7. So till 7 it is going to consider. So what is the starting value here? 40. Then 1, 2, 3 and 100. This is the answer for this question. Next, we are using the negative indexing. What is the negative indexing starting? Minus 4 to minus 1. So minus 4 to minus 1. So minus 1 it won't be included. So minus 4, minus 3, minus 2. So what is the answer here? 2, 3 and 100. This is the answer for this question. Now you are creating the variable here val2 equal to val of 2 is to minus 2. Which means you are starting with what? Positive indexing and end with negative indexing. So first thing you have to consider whether it is going forwarding or backward. So it is start with 2 because here and minus 2 is here. So it is possible. Okay, from the starting value it is going forward direction only. So not a problem. So what is that 2? It is 30. It is starting with that. Minus 2 it is ending with that. So you should not consider minus 2. So you have to consider till minus 3. So what is the answer for this? 2 is number is 30, then 40, then 1, 2, again it is 3. So this is the answer because 100 you are not going to include it. Okay. So this is the answer for this. Now this answer will store it where? In val2. Now print of val2, the same answer only it is going to print it. Next print of, but here it won't print it. It is going to assign it. Okay. When you are printing the val2 only, it is going to print it. Next, what is that? Val2 of 0 is. What is the 0 here? Again, you are going to numbering here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0 is means it is going to give the same value 30, 40, 1, 2, 3 because you are not giving any stop value here. So it will consider till end of the list. Clear now? Next, print val of then 2 colon and minus 1. Do you remember in string concept I told you? If you're not mentioning the start value, end value, the step value when you're mentioning minus 1, it will reverse the concept. But what it is reversing? Val. So val is 200 to 10. It is going to reverse it. Clear now? After that, val of 5 equal to 101. I'm changing the element now. Where is the 5 here? So instead of 2, what I'm giving here? 101. Instead of 2, 101. After that, what you are printing? Minus 8 to minus 2. Where is minus 8? Minus 8 start with 20. And minus 2 is 100. So 100 it won't be considered till minus 3 it will be considered. So what is the value? It is starting with 20, 30, 40, then 1, then 2 we have changed to what? 101. So that 101 only will be there and again 3 also will be there. Clear now? Because minus 2 is 100. So it is not going to consider. I hope everyone revise the concept of list slicing. Okay. All related to the slicing only. Now the next concept we are going to see the function. So there are different functions are there. The first function will be the len function. So if you know the len function, you are going to identify what is the length of the list. Okay. The next one is the append function. What is the meaning of append function? When you're creating the items is my list name 10, 20 and 30. So when I'm mentioning append of 40, what it will happen? It will go and join at the end of the list. So when you're printing the items, it will be giving you the answer 10, 20, 30 and 40. So append function, you are going to add only one element and it is going to add at the last of the list. Okay. Next one is Next one, I'm going to tell about deleting a single element from the list. How are we going to delete it? Items I'm creating, del command. So del items of 2. What is items of 2? 0, 1, 2. So the 30 will be deleting and your answer will be 10, 20, 40, 50, 60 and 70. Okay. If you want to delete the multiple elements of the list, what you have to do? You have to use the slicing concept. 0 to 3 means 0 to 2 it will delete. So 0, 1 and 2. So from 40 your answer will be there. Clear now? Next, what is another way of deleting a pop function? Pop function, there are two ways you can use a pop. If you're not passing any parameter, by default at the end it will delete it. If you're creating the list, if you're not passing any parameter, then end of the list it will delete it. When you're mentioning pop of 2, what is a pop of 2? The index number is 2. The 30 will be deleting. And whatever the element it is deleting, it is going to return also. Clear now? And also we can also store the deleted values by pop function. So you are creating variable and store whatever the whatever the element got deleted. Next one is making a true copy of a list. What is it meaning? For example, A equal to 10 to 20, 20 and 30. When you are assigning B equal to A, after that, what actually A of 2, you are changing the value. So it will affect the original list also. If you want to copy a list, mainly what is the meaning of true copiers? Whatever the changes I have done it in copy, it won't affect the original. That is the concept of copy of the list. But when you're assigning B equal to A, what will happen when you're trying to give new value? Then by default, it will change the original list also. So A also will be changing to 100. B also it will change it to 100. But if you want to make a true independent copy, what you are supposed to do, instead of B equal to A, you have to give B equal to list of A. If you are doing that, then when you're trying to change something, it won't affect it. Clear now? Okay, the next one is index method. What is the meaning of index method? For example, it is going to identify if you have an element like L1 equal to 10, 20, 30, when you're passing the element as 20. So there are two elements are there in the list, right? But which one is occurred first? That element index it is going to write it. So here it is mentioned as 1 because 0 and 1. This 20 is coming first. So that element only it will be writing. Okay. So the index value of the first element is going to write it when you're using the index function. So, but if you're passing the value 100, but which is not there in the list, so that time it will give you the value error. Clear? Index method. Next one is the append function. Just now we had discussed the append function. Next one is the extend method. What is the meaning of extend method is? For example, I'm creating the subject 1 as one list and subject 2 as another list. When I'm mentioning subject 1 dot extend of subject 2, so which means you are going to extend one list to another list. So you will get the answer, or first it will give subject 1, after that followed by subject 2 list. Everything will be in one list. Clear now? But here in extend, you are going to extend only with the list. Okay. So what is the main difference between append function and extenders? Append, you are going to add only one element at a time. And this element, it is going to add at the end of the list. But if you're trying to add two elements, what it will happen? It will give you the error. Okay. But in extend, you have to extend only with the list. Okay. You have to create only with the list. But if you're trying to extend with one value, it is not going to give you the answer. I will show you the example here. For example, I'm creating here L1 equal to 1, 2, 3. Now, I'm giving L1 dot append of 5. Now, L1, the value is appended. Now, if I'm trying to give L1 of append of 6, 7, it will give you the error, right? Now L2 equal to, I'm giving here another one, 4, 5, 6. Now if I'm giving L1 dot append of L2, right? That also you can see now how it will be happening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 5. Again, it is giving in the form of list. Clear now? Again, it is in the form of list. It is going to create it. Another, which means it is a nested list it is creating. Again, if I am giving L1 dot extend of L2. Now, L1 when I am mentioning, you can see already the L1 we are having the nested list. Apart from that, you will have a normal list. Clear now? Now, when I am mentioning L1 dot extend of 100, it will give the error. Now, everyone knows what is the difference between append and extend. Okay, next one is the insert method. What is the meaning of insert method? You are going to insert an element. Append and extend, both if you are seeing it, you are going to add the element at the end only. But I want to insert some element in between of the any position, means for that you have to ask the user to enter the position also and item also. You can see here L1 I am creating the list. After that L1 dot insert of 3. In the third position I am going to insert 35 value. So you can see here third position 0, 1, 2, third position I insert the value of 35. Next pop method we had discussed already. Next is a remove method. What is the meaning of remove? Is it is used to remove the element whose position is given. For example, L1 dot remove of 5. See, this one is 1379 1137. L1 dot remove of 3 means the third element is removed. Okay. L1 dot remove of 10 means there is no such element, so it won't remove. Next one, what is the meaning of clear? Means it will clear the complete element from the list and make it as an empty list. That is what the clear function is using. Count is what? Count is nothing but, so for example, count of 20. The 20 element, how many times is present in the list? So here it is present in 2 times. So that's what you get the answer as 2. 40 is 1 time. So 1. And what is the meaning of reverse function? You are just reversing the element like 100. So this is the value. You are just reversing it, all the element. Okay. And after that, when you're trying to reverse it and store it in one variable also, it is, no, you can see L3 equal to L2 dot reverse of. If you're trying to store it, then L3 if you're giving it, it will give you as an empty list. What is the meaning of sort function? It is going to arrange the element in sorting order. By default, it is going to arrange it in ascending order only. But if you want to do it in descending order, this is the command you have to use it. L1 dot sort of reverse equal to true when you're mentioning it for descending order. They may ask you in the MCQs. Now we are going to see what are the MCQs related to this list program. Okay. Now I will take the different color. Now let's see what is the first question. Okay, the first question is, okay, which of the following statement will create a list? L1 equal to list of, is this the correct way? L1 equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, this is the correct way, or both of the above? Yes, both of the above is the correct way. We can give list function also as well as this also. Next, write the output of the following code. List of welcome. Do you remember just now we had discussed when you're creating the list with a sequence? So what it will happen? It will take each one as an element, WELCOME, and it is in the list format it will create it. So this is the answer for this question. Next one, write the output of the following code. You are creating L equal to welcome, print of len of L. Len function, what it will return? It is counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 is the answer. Write the output of the following code. L equal to Amit, Anita, Z and longest word. Print max of L. So what is the meaning of max of L means it is not going to check which word is having the largest digit. It is going to check the ASCII code. So which one? A and L and Z. So Z is the largest one because Z is having more number of values. So this is the answer. You have to compare it with the ASCII code. Again here see, write the output. Amit, Anita, Z, longest word and 1, 2, 3. Here, print of max of L, it is going to give what? Error. Why? Because all are string. But when you want to check out what is the max of L, it is giving you as a error. If you want, we will check it out. So I am creating here L equal to, what is that value? A, B, C I am giving. Again here E, F, G I am giving. After that I am giving 1, 2, 3. Now, what is the answer? F, max of F. Max of F. It will give you the not supported between int and str. Clear now? Now, write the output of the following code. L of 159. All are same integer type only. Print sum of L. What is the sum of L? It is a 15. Max of L is 9 and min of L is 1. So, this is the answer. Write the output of the following code. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, you will be having what? Nested list. L of 5 is what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5 is nested list. So, this is the answer. 6, 7, 8 is the answer. And write the output. Here you are trying to do what? L into 2. This is a replication operator. So, replication operator, whatever the list are there, it will double it. Into 2 means Amit, Sumit, Naina, Amit, Sumit, Naina. So, this is the answer. Again, what are you trying to do? L, and this is the exponent. Can you do the exponent operator? No. Only the concatenation and replication operator. So, there is no exponent operator. The answer is error. Write the output of the following code. I hope everyone remember the last year you must have studied the list comprehension. What is it meaning? Those who forget that, I will repeat it. L equal to 0.5 and it is a multiplication symbol, x for x in range of 4. What actually this is meaning is, you are going to consider for x in range of 4. What is for x in range of 4? The 4 will be 0, 1, 2 and 3. There are 4 times the loop will be running. So first time the x is what? 0. The second time 1. Third time 2 and fourth time is 3. What is it meaning? 0.5 into x, which means the first time 0.5 into 0 is what? 0.0. Next one is 1. 0.5 into 1 is what? 0.5. Next 0.5 into 2 is what? 1.0. 0.5 into 3 is 1.5. This is what you have to do with list comprehension. Understood? So you have to divide it like that. For x in range of 4, which means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 0.5 into x. Clear now? The same can you do this one? A into x for x in range of 4. So what is for x in range of 4? Again 0, 1, 2 and 3. What is here? The string data type. So a into x. So what is a into x? A into 0. It will give you what? Empty string. After that, 1 time a, the 2 times a and 3 times a. Clear? Again here, write the output. L equal to list. You are using what? For I in L. What is the for loop? What is the I variable? Is going to access each element. And element in the form of, in the index it was going to access. So I will go to the index in the list. Print of I, end equal to space. You are giving end equal to space, because whenever you are giving print of I, by default after printing the value, it will come to the next line. To stop that, you are giving end equal to space. I equal to I plus 1 you are giving, but it is not needed. By default it was going to come. So what it will happen? You will get the answer as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are accessing each element. Clear now? So I hope everyone understood the concept of list, and there are few more MCQs I want to do it. First I will complete the chapters. After that I will give you chapter wise MCQs. Okay. If you have any question, please post your question in the description box, because it is a revision class, so I don't want to go into the deeper. Anyway, those who didn't understand all the any of the concept, I am going to publish soon the class 11, the list concept separately. I am going to discuss each one in detail. So just go through that video so that you will have a revision classes, okay? But here I just touch upon all the concept again, okay? So soon I'm going to post tuples and dictionary together in one shot. So any question, please post your question in the description box. Until then, bye.